Hey guys, it's Sebastian from AskSebby, and today we're going to look at 13 things you should do right now if you just signed up for the American Express Platinum card. Before we dive in, as always, give this a thumbs up because it helps the algorithm, which means other people can find this stuff and do this stuff before it expires. And if you really like this, consider subscribing. So the reason we're talking about this is because American Express has gone pretty crazy with points right now. We've never seen so many people targeted for these increased offers that are generally very difficult to get. If you want to see if you have the 125,000 point offer, I'd recommend checking Card Match. The referral link will be down below in the description box. That's the best way to get that 125 offer, and if you don't have that yet, I would keep waiting because it feels like they're targeting new people every day. I've heard that using different browsers ends up helping as well, so maybe try Firefox. If you're a time traveler and you're watching this in 2021 or 2022, then you pretty much missed out on American Express having their blowout sale. Sadly, the best bet might be to wait until the next financial crisis, the next recession of sorts, for these offers to return again when everything is ramping back up. The first thing you need to do when you get the card is make a note on the calendar or any other thing that you want to use when you applied for the card and what the minimum spend is. I find Google Calendar is the best for this, but you can use Airtable, you can use Notion, whatever works for you in order to track this information. The rationale for this is that a lot of people actually end up forgetting, and I think in the back of my head that the banks want you to forget as well. So much of the value is from that intro bonus, so you want to make sure that you're getting it. Number 2, and this is me being superstitious, I would recommend adding a payment method to the card as soon as possible. So American Express is known to have some of the best risk algorithms out there. They'll happily approve people because they can see your transactions and then judge whether you're a high risk. I would not be surprised if by not having a payment method, you increase the chance of you getting a financial review. You're going to add the payment method anyways, whether it's in 2 weeks, whether it's in 4 weeks, so you might as well add it now, that way you don't have any chance of having to deal with a headache. This is especially true if you have a big transaction going through in a few days when you first get that card. Your call though, it could also be me being a crazy person. Number 3, add the Platinum card onto your Uber account. So this ends up giving you that monthly credit, so typically $15 and then $35 in December. It'll take you 15 seconds and that way you don't forget, especially if you are someone that wants to take Ubers. The last thing you really want to do is be like, oh wait, I have a credit, let me go check this. That's not really what you're thinking. Reminder that you can use this for Uber Eats as well, and I think that's probably one of the easiest ways right now. You can do pickup orders if you want to cut down on the cost. After you end up using that credit, you don't need to keep using the Platinum card for this. As long as it's added in, you're going to keep getting that credit every month. So for example, if it's the 21st of the month, you have 9 days left, so make sure to use this. Number 4, either log into the app for your phone or go online and log into your account, go to the Benefits tab, and then click into Saks and say that you're adding it. So this is one of those things that are pretty annoying, but if you don't actually go through there and click that you're adding it, it's not going to trigger that credit. Again, I think for a lot of these, they want you to forget this because it doesn't cost them as much money. This is a $50 credit that resets every half year, so if you're in November, make sure to use it soon because you only have a month and change left. My recommendation would be to go to the sales section and then see what's on sale. If you have a Player 2, then this might be a pretty good opportunity for them to get some skincare stuff or some other perfume or makeup and stuff, because that's actually typically the same price as you would get this somewhere else. Before you make that purchase, make sure to go through a shopping portal. So Rakuten is probably the best bet for this, and you're going to end up getting a bonus just for signing up. So the reason it's the best bet is because you can actually choose to earn MR points, membership reward points, instead of cash back, and if you're running American Express, you want more MR points anyways. Saks tends to be between 2% and 10%, so 2x back extra MR points or 10x back extra MR points. If you want to support the channel, we have a Rakuten referral link down below. So after signing up for Rakuten, I'd recommend going back into your app and signing up for ShopRunner. This is a benefit for all American Express cards, so you might already have this, but it gets you free 2-day shipping and also free returns. If you're someone like me who likes to buy stuff online and then return it and not physically go into the store, this is a pretty good product. No brainer to me if you do any shopping at all, and it's free. Number 6, make sure to pick an airline partner for the Incidental credit. This is based off the calendar year, so if you're watching this in November of 2020, then you don't really have much time left to use that 2020 credit. I've talked about how to use this credit in other videos and also a blog post, so I would strongly recommend just going to the blog post and looking at those data points to see if this still works. So for example, for Southwest, sub $100 flights seem to trigger that credit. ideally take the flight, but if you end up having a change in plan, make sure you're not stupid and refund it back to the card, because that's going to ask for a clawback for that credit. If you're going to do that, at least refund it to the Southwest account. I know for last year, a lot of people thought they were being smart and American Express just charged you $200. And if you had closed the accounts with them, they'll just send you a bill for $200. Number 7, go request your Priority Pass card. So I know you might not be traveling right now, but you might as well activate that card first. So it is based off your membership of American Express. So the moment that you cancel that Platinum card, they're going to cancel the Priority Pass card, even if the expiration date is way far out. So there's not really any tricks you can play there, even though I think a few of you are thinking about that. There are also some lounges that you can get into with just a Platinum card, such as the Centurion lounges and the Delta Sky Clubs, but there's a fair share of Priority Pass ones that actually need to see your Priority Pass card. The reason I'm emphasizing this is because I've seen so many Karens go to the front desk person and basically yell at them for not letting them in with the Platinum card or with the Chase Sapphire Reserve. End of the day, they're just trying to swipe your card because that's what's required on their end, so try not to get mad at people. I find that the lounges in Asia as well as Europe are a lot better. US ones tend to be focused more on alcohol. Not a bad thing by any means, especially when airports want to overcharge you for drinks. Number 8, if you need help with minimum spend and you have other family members or a player too that you trust with your card, then you can add them as Gold Authorized Users. So you can add up to 99 of these people for free, and that's a pretty good trick. One thing to be careful with is that just because it says it's a gold card doesn't mean that you get the benefits from the normal gold card. So the Gold Authorized User card is different than the actual gold card. You don't have any of those multipliers, you don't have any of those credits. They're functionally different things. I really wish American Express called it the silver card or the bronze card, because people get so confused by this. Alternatively, if you're a student, if you live in a city, I'd recommend using something like plastic in order to pay your rent or your tuition. If you're making those payments anyways, then you might as well use it to hit minimum spend. For a lot of people out there, this means that they can hit a new minimum spend, even a $5,000 one, every 2 or 3 months. Even if you live in a cheaper cost of living city, rent probably makes up a big part of your budget, so you might as well make it work for you. Referral link for plastic is going to be down below and probably one of the no-brainer tools out there in order to help with minimum spend. Number 9, activate Hilton Gold status. So you pretty much click into it and then you copy paste your account number in order to get that. If you don't have a Hilton account number, then you can go to the Hilton site and make an account. Similar to the Priority Pass and any of these other benefits, the moment that you cancel your Platinum card, you're going to lose status, so there's not really much you can do there. I think a lot of people are trying to be big brain about this and tactics and stuff, but there's not really much play here. Hotel status in the US tends to be hit or miss, but the moment you go over to Asia, they seem to not see as many status people, so they actually treat you pretty well. Depending on the property, you're generally looking at either upgrades, free breakfast, or maybe lounge access depending on the specific rules. If you want to take this to the next level, I'd recommend getting the Hilton Aspire card, which gets you diamond status. Generally helps you with bigger upgrades, and it's a plus expected value card. Number 10, add Marriott Gold status. So pretty much exactly the same thing. So for me, you'll notice that I can add a number here, but that's because I have other cards that give me status already, or that I already just have status with that program, so I never ended up using it. But for most normal people, I think it's a no-brainer. Number 11, TSA PreCheck or Global Entry. So there is an appointment system, and I'm not sure what the wait is, but I think it's something worth adding, especially if not as many people are traveling, so the wait might not be as bad. Unlike all the other ones, this one is based off 4 years from when you get it, so you might want to hold off on this for when you start traveling. So when you cancel the Platinum card, they don't cancel this status. This is already paid for upfront for 4 years. The flip side to this argument is that there's so many cards out there that offer this as a benefit, so you might not really worry about this, especially if you already have those. It might be worth paying for a friend, player 2, or some other relative's membership if that's helpful. Number 12, go add the car status stuff. So pretty straightforward, go down the list and just add all of this. Instructions should be pretty clear, so I'm not going to bore you guys with it. Number 13, InCircle, which I didn't even know existed as a benefit, but technically it's there, and I'm mentioning it so people don't get mad. The bonus thing I would recommend, and this isn't even just right now, it's something that you want to do with your American Express cards every week, every month or so, is to go down to American Express offers and to add the ones that are relevant to you. These generally include higher multipliers for different categories or for specific stores, and if you're looking at discounts, about 20% back for purchases that you're making. These are with specific retailers and they're pretty much doing it as a way to get customers. So no, it might not be for everything that you like, but I think it's still fine and it's targeted towards their demographic. The one thing I'd be careful with is that you're not buying something that you wouldn't have otherwise bought because of a discount, because that doesn't make any sense. So if you were already going to buy Rimowa luggage anyways, then yes, getting additional points makes a ton of sense. But if you're looking at that and you're like, why would I spend $1,000 on luggage? Then you probably shouldn't do it. A lot of these brands are going to be more expensive given their partnerships and given their target demographic. Again, Card Match, Rakuten, as well as plastic referral links are going to be down below if you want to support the channel. If you want to learn about other cards, we have links on our website, AskSebby.com, and also down below in the description box. So of all of these, which are your 3 favorite benefits? Let me know and the community know in the comments down below. If you liked it, thumbs it, and if you know anyone else who'd benefit, share this with them, probably help them out. But otherwise, hope you guys liked it. See you guys next time.